Next question. Hi Jennifer, this is Molly. I love your channel. Thank you, Molly, for loving my channel. It means a whole lot. You have no idea. Because it's very hard. Because, you know, sometimes it's really hard to come up with videos that people will like, or you hope that people will like your videos. But anyway, I remember when I was little, I went to Disney World and I saw you and I was extremely excited. I was wondering a few things. Who was your favorite Aladdin to work with? Also, what was your favorite thing about being Princess Jasmine and Pocahontas? Also, do you ever now want to go back to doing Jasmine? Also, was it really hard taking off your makeup at the end of the day? Also, sorry if I am bugging you a lot. Don't be sorry about bugging me. I'm always happy to answer questions, and I apologize if I don't get to your questions. Again, I'm gonna have to make a video about why I cannot always answer people's questions. Some people say I'm rude because I didn't answer your question. It's not because I didn't want to. But anyway, so who was my favorite Aladdin to work with? Oh, I'll be honest, I did have there were two Aladdins that I especially loved working with. They were my favorite Aladdins, and I don't really want to say their names because I feel like if I say their names and a different Aladdin who I used to work with watches this video and sees that he was not listed as my favorite Aladdin, then he might get offended. So, because I think a couple Aladdins have been watching my channel, or they've kind of hinted that they've seen some of my videos, so I don't want to say which Aladdins were my favorite, but they might know who they are. I'm still in touch with a handful of Aladdins, but the ones who were my favorite, I guess there is one in particular that is standing out, and he was just amazing as Aladdin. Not only was he an amazing Aladdin, he actually kind of knew he was an amazing Aladdin, and he knew that he was perfect. But it was in such a charming way, and he was so incredibly nice to everyone. Fur character, non-fur character, no, you know, you didn't have to be in Disney Entertainment for him to be just a warm, loving person. And, you know, he knew he was a good Aladdin, he was confident at his job, and, you know, and if you are a Jasmine who I used to work with and you're watching this video, you probably know who I'm talking about. But anyway, we won't go there. What was my favorite thing about being Jasmine and Pocahontas? My favorite thing about being Jasmine, oh, what was there not to love about being Princess Jasmine at Disney World? You know, there was that initial rush when I would walk out from behind the cast member area and I would walk out on set, and I think seeing the looks on people's faces and the excitement that they had for meeting Princess Jasmine, I don't think that ever got old. It never gets old to see somebody so excited to see you. It makes you want to do your job, and you know how it feels when you get excited. Like for me, when I would see my favorite princess at Disney, I used to get so excited. It was like, oh, it's Cinderella, or oh, it's let's see, who did I really love? I'll never forget being a teenager and going to Magic Kingdom and seeing Aladdin, and my friend and I screamed and we were so excited, Aladdin, Aladdin, we love you. And we ran up to him and we didn't realize that there was a line for him, and because he was just standing somewhere. And then somebody was like, you have to go get in line. And we were like, oh, so embarrassed or whatever. We didn't want to wait in the line, but we were excited to see him. And so I think knowing that you were creating that kind of an experience for somebody else was probably one of my favorite feelings as a Disney character in general, especially Princess Jasmine. She was definitely one of my favorite princesses. Aurora and Princess Anna are my current princess favorites right now, because somebody asked me recently, who is your favorite Disney princess, Jennifer? Probably Aurora and Princess Anna from Frozen. Yeah, and then Jasmine third. But I could never be Aurora and I could never be Anna. So about being Pocahontas, what was my favorite thing? I'll be honest with you, that one when I think about being Pocahontas, I didn't meet too many people who were handicapped or disabled. I guess my location where I was Pocahontas, I was at Rafiki's Planet Watch, and you had to take a train to get there, and I don't know if that discouraged people with disabilities from going to Rafiki's Planet Watch, but it was very rare or less common for me to see people with disabilities there. But when I did Princess Jasmine, working at Magic Kingdom, I met people with disabilities or who were part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation all the time. And so I have a lot more amazing memories at Magic Kingdom with Princess Jasmine doing those types of meet and greets versus Pocahontas. And I want to encourage you to go watch the video about what it was like for me to perform as Pocahontas. And again, I'll link that in the description box below. Also, do you ever now want to go back to doing Jasmine? No, I do not want to go back and perform as Princess Jasmine. And back when I used to do the character, I remember thinking when I was going to be in my 30s and when I had kids that I was probably going to wish that I could go back to do Princess Jasmine. And I kind of dreaded that feeling. But to be honest, I don't feel that way. And I think the reason I don't have the desire to go back and do it is because I am loving being a mom so much. I have so much love for my kids. And I love to watch them experience Disney World. And I'm really loving taking Ariana to meet the characters and seeing the joy on her face. It gives me more joy to see my daughter's reaction and her enjoying Disney than I ever got joy doing the role, if you can imagine that. Like the love that you have for your kids and the love that you have being a mom, it makes doing characters like this. Like you're gonna love being a mom, you guys, when you have kids. I know like a lot of you guys are teenagers, and I know a lot of you guys are far from, you know, getting married or thinking about getting married, and that's how it should be. You shouldn't, if you're a teenager, you shouldn't be thinking about getting married, or unless you're like, I don't know. But then again, I had some really good friends who have gotten married straight out of high school, and they've been married ever since, and they did not get a divorce even though they got married out of high school. But you know, everyone warned us, like I was 21 when I got married, and everyone's all, don't get married so young, you're gonna end up at my best. And he has seen me at my worst. Because my husband has stayed with me through some of my worst and ugliest times, it has made my love for him grow that much more. And I'm so thankful for him, and he sees me inside. And so but anyway, and then, you know, but then you go and you have kids with somebody that you love so deeply, and you know, it's your flesh and blood. And so no, I do not miss being Princess Jasmine at Disney. I think it's awesome for the girls who are doing it, and I'm so glad that I had the experience of doing it, because I don't feel like I missed out, I guess. Maybe had I not done the character, I might wish that I had done it at one point. But you know, and if you are a mom who wishes you had done characters when you were younger, hopefully watching my videos helps you kind of vicariously have lived it, I guess, so you don't feel like you missed out, maybe, I don't know. So anyway, next question. Hey Jennifer, I'm in love with your confessions videos, and I know that you're not currently working on one, but I was just wondering if you have a specific schedule for the week if you play multiple characters, or if it's just a spring of the moment thing when they have you be a different character. Did you have an alternating regular schedule with Jasmine and Pocahontas? So when you are part-time, you don't get to pick, or unless they've changed things. It's been several years since I've done characters. But when I was part-time, I did not get to have a say over my schedule. Like, I told them what days I could work. I could work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's what I told them. Or like when I was in college, I told Disney, I can work for you Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, because I think I had to give them like 3 days. And I was in school Monday through Thursday. but I told them I would prefer not to work Sundays because I had to go to church, and so they would only schedule me twice a week, and they would schedule me Fridays and Saturdays. And on Fridays I was Princess Jasmine a lot of times, and on Saturdays I was Pocahontas a lot of times, because they had a girl who did Pocahontas Monday through Friday. And so that is how they used to schedule me a lot of times. Or sometimes I would get Princess Jasmine Fridays and Saturdays and no Pocahontas. And then there were days that I did Pocahontas only so for that week. So it just kind of depended on the full-time people. Like, did they request the day off? You know, and if they, like, if the Pocahontas was on vacation, then I was going to be filling in for her and doing Pocahontas. Or maybe a Jasmine was on vacation, and so then they would have me fill in for that Jasmine. So that's how it worked when I was part-time. It gets kind of complicated, but you do get to have a say over where you work, and it just depends on what they need and who they have hired at the time. So you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Okay, well, I think that's all of the questions that I'm going to do today. So thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me, and if you like this video, please like it, please share it, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to put up another video soon, and you know, who knows when it will be. I am juggling 2 children under 2, so if I don't write back to you, or if I don't put up more videos more frequently, it's not because I don't want to, it's because it's hard and I cannot. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. All right, bye-bye.